say.
Hi.
Takes a little bit for people to get on. Hi, everyone.
We are here today to
We're going
make
to make Facebook great again.
Making it great again.
And today we're making Monday great again.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But welcome to Monday.
Hi. So we've decided to do this. We're going to get together once a week. And I'm starting my own channel called the Hyperbole channel. And we're just going to talk about a variety of different fun things for entertainment purposes only. And for some general information about
Different
stuff.
topics.
I think it's time we just kind of bridge that gap. It's gotten so ugly with people and our relationships on Facebook, politics.
People are attacking rather than talking.
Yeah.
We don't even agree all the time.
We don't.
No.
Yeah, we don't. And it's okay. But I mean, I've lost so many friends due to me being a Trump supporter. And I know Kelly.
Supporter.
Yeah, and I know Kelly has too. And I just got back from a trip from Washington, D.C., where a girlfriend of mine lost her 25-year friend over just politics, the Kavanaugh hearings. And I think we need to get together and just try to learn how to bridge that gap of disagreement. We all want relationships with each other. And Facebook has been great, I think, for conversation, for people to say things that they've always wanted to say, and people who are very introverted or have health issues, and all of that's great. But I think that there's now a disconnect where people are just saying anything and everything, and it's easy to hate, and it's harder to forgive, and it's harder to just bridge that gap.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I think that we're here today to do that. And so my channel is going to be called the Hyperbole channel, and I'm going to talk about everything. And so we're going to do this once a week. I'm going to do it once a week. It's not all totally set up yet, but it'll be fun. So let's just...
And if anyone has topics they want to talk to, go ahead and message. I don't know if we really can see it on my phone right now, but if you guys we've got a few topics to talk about today, and they're going to be kind of fun too. So it's not always talking about politics, and yeah, so let's make Facebook great again, and hopefully we promote something that people can have a conversation rather than attack one another.
So the first thing is today starts early voting at the Sugar Grove Library.
Woohoo!
That starts between 12 and 6, starts today, October 22nd through the 25th. And then it goes again Monday, October 29th through November 1st from 12 to 6. So everybody get out and go vote. Instead of hating on each other, just put your vote in and make a difference that way, and keep your friends.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to change somebody's
Yeah.
ideas. We already talked about this too, that, just because we're Trump supporters doesn't mean that, obviously in Illinois where we're at, there's not many.
I love my Trump supporters, but I love my liberal friends, and
Yeah.
I don't want to lose them in droves either, just because I am a Trump supporter. So I think we just need to all come together and try to figure this out a little bit. So the first thing we kind of want to talk about, and it's really big, is the midlife crisis tattoo desire.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think all teenagers right now kind of want some type of tattoo. I know my kids do.
Yeah, my daughter's 16, and her, dad passed away a year ago, but I'm actually going to let her get one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my 2 older kids want matching tattoos to signify their sibling connection. So that's kind of fun, I guess. So we'll see how that goes. But
What kind of tattoos do you guys all have, and where are they?
yeah. Well, I kind of want one. I've wanted one for like a decade and a half. But where do you put it?
Yeah. And when you're like 90,
I know.
what's it going to look like?
I know. So that's kind of the big conversation. When you're standing naked, where's going to be a great place to put that in 20, 25 years? Mm-hmm. I'm looking at some of those dolphins and some of those things from other people that are like, oh, it's a big conversation.
I know. I've wanted to get one, and I was afraid of needles for so long.
Well, Steve has 4. My husband
nice.
has quite a few, but
I think guys with tattoos, I like it.
I do too. I do too. But after a decade, sometimes they need a little. Technology's changed. Yeah, technology's changed. So I don't know. When you get a tattoo for 30 years, it's a pretty big commitment.
It is.
40 years, 50
well,
years.
You're gonna brush it up a little and make it darker, probably, or hopefully not remove it, and add someone else's name.
Oh my God. Some of them were like, no tats. And so the other thing we wanted to talk about with each other was kind of this big controversy this last week with moms and the princess movie things. And some of the dads, I'm sure some dads out there probably have some ideas of what the controversy is with Snow White and Cinderella.
You know what? Snow White would have died without being kissed.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking if I'm dying,
I'd want someone to kiss me.
I don't need anybody to sign off on that. You can pretty much kiss me if I'm going to come back to life.
Right.
Yeah. I'm feeling pretty good about that.
What happened to, like, is it Princess and the Frog? She had to kiss a frog. Right?
Yeah, whatever it takes for life.
What's wrong with this?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've got a daughter, and I kind of feel like when the girls are little, it's kind of magical to kind of make a man seem so great and so amazing. I mean, men are great and amazing. But I mean, they got their issues too. But I mean, there's plenty, they got their whole life to figure that out,
They
right?
do.
Yeah.
But also, it depends on how the guy is treating your daughter.
Yeah, but this age is like between what, 3 and 7, 3 and 9? I mean,
that's true.
We're just not getting into all these heavy conversations with our 3 to 9 year olds. I don't know.
No.
It can be magical. I mean, if you're raising young, independent, great girls.
Hopefully you're not popping them in front of Disney movies all day.
Well, I love Disney movies.
I do too, but not all day.
Well, I just think there's a time where you can say men can be magical, and then later on when everything gets real, then you can bring it back to all of the realities of just relationships in general, right?
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, people are now boycotting some Disney movies.
Well, I think it's just this whole idea that we just don't need men, right? I mean, do we need men? I mean, I've literally heard people say,
love men.
I know. Exactly. So this is that whole other
that's
thing.
Just me.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm all for educating our girls,
Right.
being independent, being able to make your own living, doing all that, but I kind of like my guy.
Yeah.
So this feminist movement is just kind of taking it to this whole other direction. Like, I don't need a guy to be a mom. Right. I don't need a guy to have a baby. Well, all of that's true. But, I mean, at some point, the baby might want to know who the dad is. I mean, these are all things these are all important things for our girls to be raised with. But I'm all for princesses.
I like princesses.
Everybody should dress up.
I like tomboys too, but
right. But I mean,
I grew up being a tomboy.
Yeah, but I love the princess movies. It's great to have that little bit of magic and a little bit of
fun.
Yeah, like a guy
Little bit of
swoop
sparkle.
in and save you. And then when your daughter's 13, you can have that other or whatever age, maybe
Get
not 13.
a little bit more serious.
Yeah, like, she has her whole life to be serious and
So
give it a break. Put the crown on and the dress and
the
have a
crown
go.
on.
Yeah.
Enjoy Halloween.
Exactly.
Yes.
So the other thing we wanted to talk about today was traveling. Let's talk about traveling on an airplane.
It's been a long time for me.
Yeah. Well, I was just in Washington, D.C. a week ago.
You were.
Yeah.
And I saw your pictures. I loved them.
Yeah. And so it was the first time I'd ever been there. And so if anybody ever wants an amazing itinerary to go to Washington, D.C., message me because it was an amazing, amazing trip. I'd never been there.
I'd like to go.
Yeah. Well, and I have to say for anybody... Yeah, and I have to say for anybody wanting to go to Washington, D.C. with their family, it's really a pretty inexpensive trip to go because almost all the museums there are free. Just about everything I did there and everything I saw there, the Capitol tour, all the monuments, all the Smithsonian museums, everything was free. So if you can get yourself there, if you can get yourself there and get your kids there or just you and your spouse or you and your girlfriends or whatever, it's really, really a great time historically. I think it's a great time in history and actually to be in Washington, D.C. It was really great. Yeah. But getting on the airplane, that was really, really fun. It's always fun at Chicago O'Hare Midway. It's always a good time.
I flew Southwest to California a long time ago.
Yeah.
I had so much fun.
Yeah.
We got the whole plane singing.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
What were they
someone's
singing?
birthday.
They were singing Happy Birthday?
Yeah, we all got them singing.
Aww.
Yeah, it was fun.
Well,
Southwest
that's fun.
is very fun.
Well, a little different than my experience.
Yeah.
I got on the plane and I needed to use the restroom before we even took off. One group is getting off the plane. The next group is coming on. They've probably spent about 3 minutes cleaning the entire plane in between. And so I go down and I go to first class to use the restroom before everybody is, you got to wait 30 minutes before you can leave your seat or whatever. I walk into first class and this is really gross. So be prepared. It's gross. I go in to use the restroom, and there's shit all in the toilet.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was really, really great. Yeah, it was great. And so
First class.
it was first class, and I decided I was going to use the toilet anyway because I had to go.
Yeah.
So I just looked at it like it was a porta potty, and I just went, and I walked out, and I'm like, just a little FYI, you got shit all. She was like, oh my God. So not only is Chicago an absolute nightmare to travel in and out of for delays and for all kinds of reasons, but there's always that to look forward to when you're traveling.
Traveling.
Yeah. Well,
Germs.
yeah. Anyways, I think we just wanted to touch base a little bit on what we're doing and why we're
Trying
doing
to have
it.
fun with Facebook
Yeah,
and having conversations with y'all. We can't read all the comments and stuff, but we'll look at it again. And if you guys want to talk about anything in the future, then, we'll talk about something new for next week.
But we're trying to bridge that gap of all the hate, of all the deleting, of all of the negative.
Yeah.
And
a lot of friends, having big issues with politics and dividing that way. But go ahead and just talk and, I don't know, there's a lot of unfriending and things like that. So let's see if we could all be adults and, have conversations, and we could have differences. Like Rachel and I definitely have differences, and I'm not going to not like her for her differences than mine. So, so anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We just did this for fun.
Yay.
So we'll see you next week.
Making Facebook great again.
Yes.
Have a great day.
Bye.